Welcome back to A&M the AM, episode 38. I'm back here with my buddy Mort. We're both hoodie gang right now.
Oh yeah.
It's really all I gotta say to start out this video. We're grind season. That's all you gotta say, grind season.
Hoods on,
Let's start out
something
this
special's
video.
happening.
Start out this video about an hour ago as we're recording this Tuesday. Michigan game just concluded. A good bounce back game after the loss on Saturday to Minnesota. That surprisingly, I'm really surprised the committee or the voters didn't knock us lower than 7.
That's what other
how they
people
are towards
said, but
Michigan.
they also beat Wisconsin a few days before that by 20 plus.
True.
So that's why.
True. That is true.
They kind of cancel each other out.
Yeah, basically. But we stayed at 7, and then we faced Maryland again today, and I think that's what started our big win streak was versus was it Maryland?
Well, they've beat everybody. Well, because except for like Oakland and someone else, they beat everybody big so far that they've every game that they've won. I think have all been at least double digits.
Oh, Maryland was Maryland
was
out of all the Big Ten teams. Maryland was the only team we didn't, and Penn State. Maryland was the only team we didn't beat by 20. So
yeah, because some of them were the TikTok squad, giving up points. That's why.
But yeah, a big what happened? I didn't get a chance to watch the game. Anything big happen? I mean, I saw Austin Davis had 9 points.
Yeah, he went. They kept giving him the ball in the paint. He was just going ham on the center. Center was getting mad because he was getting foul trouble, and they were just pounding it to Austin. He was going crazy.
What happened to
Mustard Mike made 3 straight threes to start the game. Mustard Mike Smith. Livers was unconscious for a second there. He had 20 points on 7 shot attempts because he was just banging threes. Franz
what happened to
is an animal. He didn't have many attempts and they didn't need him to, which like they kept saying was crazy that they still won by 20 plus with Dickinson scoring I think 4 points, 6 points, something like that.
3 points. He had 3. Let me pull up the advanced stats here. He had 3 6 rebounds and then 3 blocks. But yeah, he wasn't very.
Yeah, he was really good defensively, and that's why they were saying it was crazy because he wasn't scoring, but he was playing really well defensively, and they didn't need his scoring. It's just crazy how it looks crazy how different they look with Eli Brooks as the glue man.
It looks like they're running a It looks like they didn't even play Dickinson that much. That they moved Livers to the center, Franz to the 4, and then put in Chandi there.
Yeah, I think Dickinson definitely played less minutes than he has. Because Austin was getting.
He played 21 today.
Austin was getting a good amount. Johns was playing backup center, and then at the end, Terrence Williams was playing the third center. So not even Fold or whatever that the third center's got third center's name is. Yeah. He didn't even play. He put Fold. Terrence Williams in instead. So
that's
is what it is.
I mean,
Zeb got great time though, playing early and playing meaningful minutes for once.
Guy play.
Zeb didn't do very much. But at least he actually got some experience that wasn't garbage time.
They let Luke Wilson play today, and he hadn't played in many games. Actually, he's played in. He's played in.
It's either his first or second.
This is his first game.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Or no, second game.
Oh, either way, he took a charge. He took a charge, and the bench went crazy. And Jace scored a point. Nunez airballed a 3.
I mean, it's Nunez though.
Yeah, but he's supposed to be a sniper. He's just supposed to be a sniper, and I think the only thing he's sniping is views on TikTok at this point. So it is what it is.
So Nunez NBA, G League, or are we?
Nunez, whatever field he's studying, that's what he's going into. I don't even know what he's there studying.
Outlook on the rest of the month, though, we have 11-5 Purdue that just beat Ohio State, and then a 8-6 Indiana, which they're not doing good whatsoever.
No, and they already never mind. They didn't beat Indiana. I was thinking about the Wisconsin game I watched. Yeah, I just found out today. I was just talking about it before we came in here that Purdue has a 7'4" center. Dude's a monster.
Jeez,
We turned on the game to see the
Dickinson's
end
gonna
of
have
that
some
against
work.
Ohio State, and I thought Yao Ming was playing for them. Dude's huge. So I don't know how that's gonna go, but apparently, from what I've heard, he's not that great. He's just massive. So hopefully that's the case.
Yeah, we're also 4 games away from Michigan State, which should be interesting if that game even
I was
played.
gonna say I was told that they got 5 more positives today, so it's like their entire team is now positive.
It's just because of Foster, man. Foster just keeps fucking up that team.
Yeah,
Going out to those parties.
Izzo's son now also has it too, so he's one of them.
Where did? Never mind. I was gonna say I thought I saw something about Izzo's son somewhere, but I don't remember what it was. I thought it. I don't know what it had to pertain with.
There's a lot about him.
But yeah, other than that, I mean, pretty good lookout in the rest of the season. Obviously, some tough matchups in like Illinois, Wisconsin, Ohio State, in the February, and then Iowa and State to finish off the regular season. And I did see that Michigan is trying to change the Big Ten tournament from Chicago to Indianapolis.
I don't know if it's just Michigan. So, I thought there was the entire Big Ten doing that.
Or no, yeah, the Big Ten championship. I don't know why I said Michigan. I meant Big Ten.
I was like, I don't think it's just Michigan's idea.
No, yeah, they're trying to move that to Indianapolis. So I think they can have they'll already have the environment set up, which I thought would be.
That's what we were saying. That's what we said like last week, 2 weeks ago. That it should have been there.
I said for the reason that I thought they wouldn't move it there because they would be trying to get it all set up, but at the same time, it would kind of make sense for them to move it there because you're already going to have 12 teams. Because half the Big Ten is going to be in the tournament, so they just have to stay there, and then
they'll already be there. I guess, and they can play at the Pacers.
They test everything out.
They can play where the Pacers play if the other ones aren't set up. At least all of the Pacers play.
Well, no, that's what I'm just saying. They can test they can test all the stuff out. They can test out where they're playing and everything, and because. I think they're playing at Baker's Life, where the Pacers play. They're playing at Lucas Oil Stadium, where the Colts play, and then I think they're using Indiana's stadium.
Indiana, and then hockey. We talked about. I don't know if for sure if there's still
and then I don't know if there's hockey down there, but yeah, definitely hockey would be an option. And then even Notre Dame's in that area. Isn't Purdue?
Yeah.
Isn't Purdue in Illinois? Okay, that's what I thought.
No,
so
Purdue's in.
They aren't?
No, you're talking about Indiana. I'm gonna sound dumb. Either Purdue's either in Pennsylvania or Indiana. I don't know. I don't travel there.
I hold on. I swear.
I'm also looking it up. Okay, I don't know why I don't know where it is. It's in Indiana.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought it was in Indiana. You just made me question it.
No, I thought they were in Indiana too, but then I questioned myself. Oh, wait, they are there. Where are they at? They're right outside of Indianapolis, so that could work. And then you got obviously Fort Wayne right outside of Indianapolis. I don't know how close Indianapolis is to Cincinnati, but still, you have got distracted there. You have a lot of basketball arenas around there.
Yeah, they'll be good. And then how I had said a year ago at this point that you can just put up one in a cornfield and you're good to go.
Yeah, you said that about the basketball though when we were talking about the All-Star game. I remember because you were saying
either way it's cornfield to cornfield. We were like,
yeah, you're right.
That is crazy that it is coming up on a year soon.
It is, honestly. It's probably because that was in one of our first videos, I think. And it was in one of our first basketball videos that you were just like, or it might even been one of the first A&Ms, honestly.
Yeah, it probably was.
Which is also coming up.
I saved the banger quotes for A&M.
But moving on, kind of off topic, but not really off topic. We're gonna talk some Tigers. not making any moves. I mean, we just picked up a minor league
Payne.
pitcher. What's his name again?
Erasmo Ramirez. I had an eyelash stuck in my eye. He used to be decent.
I saw he was getting the
On the
bullpen
Mariners.
last year.
Yeah, he was when he was on the Mariners. He wasn't that bad. I think he was like a setup man for them. And then I found out that he had gone to AAA, and then he was with the Mets. And as we all know, the Mets just break you when you join their team and you're a pitcher. So especially if you're a reliever, you go there and you become a broken player and you don't know how to recover. So he
They
was
just break you and they make you down. The Mets make you feel down, like you're down so bad, like that you're just down so bad that you just.
He was somewhat decent last year. I don't know if it was it was with the Mets, I think. But either way, he was okay. I would assume it's just as an insurance piece. If it's really for a major league
Good
spot,
thing
then
he got out of the.
if it's for a major league spot, I'd rather Keon Kella from the Pirates. I know he's had some rough times, but when he was with the Rangers, he was pretty good. I liked him there, but then he kind of fell off. But I would like him if you're giving out major league bullpen spots, but that's besides the point.
I mean, good thing he got out of New York after everything that just happened, but I wouldn't want to be. Okay, talking about that, you guys sent a tweet in the DM. Are they not having a manager for the entire season, or was that guy just drunk? Saying because they said they aren't. They're gonna continue without a not a manager, a GM.
General manager?
They're gonna continue without a GM until the off season.
I don't remember.
And I don't know.
Bob Nightingale that said that. Bob Nightingale is weird anyway.
Yeah.
I don't know what that meant. I would assume just the assistant GM would take over, or Steve Cohen himself as the owner, since he is basically the one making a majority of the moves because he's paying for it. But I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know how that goes. I would assume it's just going to be the assistant GM. But then if not, then I would safely say that Cohen would probably take over.
And probably the little help from the manager, I would assume. He would probably give his 2 cents.
I forgot who's even managing them nowadays.
Yeah, I don't know if they continue with their guy from last year.
I think it's Rene Rivera or someone. I don't even that's possibly very wrong.
Yeah, I'll pull it up. Mets manager.
Oh no, Luis Rojas. I remember Rivera being talked about for something, but yeah, I forgot he's there now. So yeah, to answer your question, I would safely assume it'd probably be Cohen, if anything.
Yeah, it makes sense. I mean, it seemed like he was making majority of the calls and moves anyways, but it was just under what's his face's like supervision. But something that happened right before we started this up, Springer is all but a done deal to Toronto, is what we are hearing.
Payne.
And they're gonna make their first splash of the off.
Well, they just got Kirby Yates too. That'll be good for them.
Okay.
I actually I'm also in pain that he left San Diego because he missed out last year, and as the Padres being my National League team, I wanted Kirby to kind of stay in San Diego, but I mean, if they think they're good without him, then more power to them. But
hey, they can throw one of those starting pitchers at closer.
Actually, I'm looking at MLB Network right as I said that. Right as I just said that, I forgot Trevor Rosenthal is still a free agent, and he was huge for the Pirates also last year. So maybe they're more committed to him if they can resign him than Kirby Yates. That makes sense, but I'm not sure.
They probably are a little bit more on him. So
yeah, but the Springer to Toronto, it kind of makes sense, kind of doesn't make sense. It's weird for him to go to the East. Also, their outfield was already Lourdes Gurriel, and then Teoscar Hernandez and Randall Grichuk. So I don't know what's happening there. I don't know if Grichuk's out of a job or Gurriel's moving positions. Because I'd seen at one point that I think Gurriel could possibly be playing third base with Vlad over at first. So that might be it, but I don't know for sure.
Yeah. I don't know. It's gonna be interesting because they're very clustered in that position player, which is a good problem to have, but like
And then they
they're
still have
very
Austin
clustered
Martin
there.
somewhere that they could platoon or do whatever with him.
Yeah, if they're gonna bring him up that fast, I mean,
Yeah, I think he was up with them
because
this year or this past year. I think he was there for a few games.
he was.
I'm pretty
Huh.
sure. If not, then they talked
Interesting.
about it and it never happened. But I don't
Yeah.
watch Blue Jays games, but from what Nick has said, I think he was up for a few games.
Mm-hmm. All right, so moving back to the Tigers, we've been over the past couple of this is the one thing I didn't mention to you.
Yeah.
Over the last couple of nights, we've been arguing what the Tigers lineup should be, and we were like, everyone was giving their 2 cents and everything, and the big gaping hole we have right now is who's going to start at shortstop.
It's
and
not a gaping
I
hole.
was just before we.
It's not. They literally had one the entire season. How is that a gaping hole?
But before we started recording this, I just looked over and I wanted to give appreciation to probably one of the greatest Tigers shortstops ever, and will go down as the greatest Tigers shortstop ever, Jose Iglesias.
Yes.
I just wanted to plug that.
Okay.
But, a lot of guys are hating on Willie right now in the group. I don't know why.
Dudes just hate to hate. That's what I've been saying for the past months now. Like that anybody that's a fan of the Tigers or Michigan or anything, they just hate to hate because they don't know what happiness is anymore. So like they see somebody
It's
good,
mainly just Scott.
They see somebody doing good and they're like, "Oh, let me just hate on him because he's doing good and he's not trash like every other athlete in Detroit." So they're like, "Oh, you know what? Forget happiness. I don't know what happiness is anymore. Let's just hate on him."
I mean, all Detroit fans, all we experience is pain. But.
I mean, I partially agree with them anyway. I mean, I think Willie's is a shortstop. I think he can be a shortstop. I think he should be a shortstop because I also want Jonathan Scope to be resigned. For some reason, I'm in a small boat. I don't know why people don't want the guy that leads the league in home runs at the second base position. He leads the league in home runs and from a second baseman since like 2014, and they're like, nah, we don't want him. It was like all before. Yeah, they need power. They need a guy. 30. They need a guy that can hit. They need a guy to protect Miguel. They bring him in and for 60 games, and everybody's like, oh, trade him at the deadline last year, and then that doesn't happen. So they're like, oh, just let him go. Like, what are we saying here? This dude, he's in a full season. The dude's gonna hit 30 home runs and probably bring in 80 RBIs. What the heck are you talking about? Like,
he is,
and he's still, I believe, 28 years old.
Or 29 or 30 now, because he was 28 last season, so he's 29 or 30 going into this season. Like, still very young baseball wise.
And also, Willie's 23. If Scope, you ride out Scope for 2-3 years, and then after that, then you can slide Willie over there if you need to. If you have another shortstop,
and then you got
If you, I mean, realistically, I'd like to have Scope for a 2-year deal, and
so then that moves Willie to like 25.
If he plans out, or if he pans out, it'll be nice. And then you have Willie at shortstop still, and then next year is when all of the shortstops known to man become free agents outside of Lindor now. And so that's when you either know you have insurance, you have Scope right there if you miss out on all of them. But if you get one of them, you could just trade Scope then and move Willie over to second base. Because ideally, I would rather have it be Willie at second base and Carlos Correa at shortstop. But like I said, if that doesn't happen, you're not, instead of sitting here banking on getting either Story, Seager, Correa, and there's somebody else. I think maybe Javi. Somebody else. Instead of
Seager's
banking on them like they did this year, like just
Seager's not coming
easily.
Seager's not coming to Detroit because Detroit's not. He's played when
he's
you
not
can't
going
play
anywhere
in
but
LA
the Dodgers. The Dodgers are going to somehow. Dodgers are going to somehow find $18 trillion in the back of their pocket and pay him. So he's not going
Who
anywhere.
even
So
owns the Dodgers? They just pull money out of their ass.
somebody and then Magic Johnson also. I don't know who the main owner is. Magic's also like part owner, so he gives a lot of money.
It makes sense that Magic, because he's throwing them money.
Yeah. So Seager's not going anywhere. I don't remember if it's Javi or not, because I saw that he was arbitration eligible this year. And then the only realistic one is either Story or Correa, and you don't know how Story plays outside of Coors. I mean, everybody complains about Correa getting hurt, but when the man's not hurt, he's a top 5 shortstop in the league. He's a playoff. He was a playoff MVP. Like, I don't know what we're talking about here.
Their principal owners are the Guggenheim Baseball Management.
Okay. Couldn't tell you what that's about.
I couldn't either. They bought the Dodgers in the 90s. Yeah.
Well then.
That's
how I'm at. You at least cash in on the guy that leads second baseman, leads Jose Altuve. And what it's worth, DJ LeMahieu leads them in home runs. But no, because DJ LeMahieu was good in Colorado, just nobody heard about him. Like, he was very underrated in Colorado.
Yeah,
and then when he got to New York, it's like he gets shoved down your throat now. But
I thought you were talking about LeMahieu in New York. I was like, he's not a big home run hitter in New York. And I remember in Colorado, he was a big home run hitter. Or not big. No,
he was rephrase that. So underrated there.
He was a decent home run hitter that led second baseman.
He was a perennial silver slugger in the National League. I mean, he's kind of doing it still in the American League. But Scope leads those two guys at least. I don't know who the other guys are on the list, but he leads everybody, so I don't even care who it is. There's 29 other guys behind him. I know that.
Mm-hmm.
Leads them in home runs, and you're just going to say, nah, whatever. The guy wants to be here. What do you mean? What's this nah?
Well, I mean,
it's better to be safe than sorry, because then otherwise they're going to force Willie over to second base or Paredes and have something happen to them. And then be like, we're getting somebody in the free agency, and then strike out on all of them because look what happened this year. Can't get David Dahl. I don't know what the heck they're doing with Taijuan Walker. Why he's not in a Tigers uniform yet?
Well, you know how it is when it comes to
had
Detroit.
No chance of getting JT Realmuto. Didn't even try for George Springer. So like those were all the main guys, and you strike out on all of them.
Yeah.
So how do you know you're gonna hit on somebody next year? Is what I'm saying. Rather just be safe. And if you miss out on all of them, at least you can accept it a little bit, knowing that you have a 30 home run hitter in your lineup still, that you're not paying very much money, because Scope's not that expensive.
No. But you know how Detroit sports are with people that want to play in Detroit. They and once they say they want to play there, they're like, oh shit, we gotta get them
they're
out.
Like, nah, you gotta hate it here.
Yeah.
you gotta Blake Griffin it and just hate it.
See, we talked about this.
Yeah,
like
we kind of think. Yeah, we kind of think he's liking it.
Yeah, I think he's just like accepting the role now. But because
I saw the dude's stats the last 7 games, it's horrendous.
No, the games I've watched, and I even saw somebody tweet out they tweeted out the Miami, because we just played 2-game series with Miami, and they tweet out the Miami broadcasters, and they were dogging Blake Griffin the entire game. They're like, what is Blake doing? He just doesn't care out there anymore. And they're like, usually he would have backed down a guy like Duncan. Now Duncan's bodying him. And I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm like, the man is getting a little old. And they said
everybody hates him now.
They said that Blake was had never reached full potential in his career, which I disagree. I disagree with. I think
if he had the shooting that he had the past few years with that athleticism back then, I think you could like if they were combined, you could have said he reached full potential. But the fact that he had the athleticism, got hurt, had to learn how to shoot, and then got hurt again.
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't know if you could say he reached it.
You can never say that because people have to adapt in their career. Once you get hurt, you're gonna have to adapt to play differently than how you.
It's like D Rose never adapted. I mean, not adapted. Never reached full potential. Yeah, because it was the same way. Crazy athleticism, got hurt, learned how to shoot.
Mm-hmm. And his, I would say even though it's very late in his career, D Rose, you give him starting minutes, man could average 25 points a game because he's doing it right now he's averaging around 18 to 20 points right now off the bench for the Pistons. And he still has amazing moves. He's very good still. And it's just, I don't know, it's very shocking. But I think that's all we got. Do you have anything else to say?
Yeah,
Mark?
I had the one little bit.
Okay.
We talked about Twitter and everything. We need somehow to raise the movement to bring back the gosh dang pretzel pizza at Little Caesars. Okay, that's all I'm here for. That's all I wanted to make this video for. Need the pizza, people. Like, what's going? Is something going on with the city of Detroit where people just don't like what they're doing anymore.
I mean, that Will kid from the DM, man dedication.
Pulled up.
He printed off a poster, drove to downtown Detroit to the Little Caesars headquarters, stood outside saying hashtag with a picture of the pretzel pizza saying hashtag bring back pretzel pizza. That is dedication.
And Little Caesars actually, they ended up responding to him too.
What they end up saying? I never saw it. What they say?
I don't remember. They said that they hear him or something. They said we hear you. Something like that.
Detroit Tigers Twitter is something different. We create movements. Chris brought this up the other night. He said we create weird movements, but somehow they work.
Yeah.
somehow they work.
It's because we're just committed. I just keep losing focus. I'm getting triggered at seeing that. But we're committed to what movements we start up.
We're a weird cult. That's what we are.
We start up things that people want. Yeah. And that's why they catch on, because everybody else wants it also.
Yeah, I guess. But so I guess hashtag bring back pretzel pizza. I only had the chance to ever try it once. I never got, and I don't think I even got the full experience from it. So
yeah, you might not have. Did you? Just to test a theory, would you ever explain it as greasy?
I don't remember. I mean, are you talking about Little Caesars pizza in general?
No, the pretzel.
Yeah, I don't remember. I
don't know what they were on about that, but like I said, it's the sauce is liquid cheese, so I don't know what I guess you just expect it to be dry. I don't know. Again, people can't have happiness, so it doesn't surprise me.
Oh, okay. But I think that's gonna be all for us. If you guys could like and subscribe, 8 away from 100.
Finally
8 away from 100. We are 8 away. It took us so long, but we're almost
I never
would
have thought it. I mean, it's weird that I'm unfocused saying this, seeing myself, but it's still very surprising. I still doubt. I'm going to say I doubt it, just to try to see if it'll happen. I doubt that we'll hit 100 by the 1 year anniversary.
We're like 3 months away. You're right.
We get one every 6 months. So
hey, we got like 7 today.
And you're welcome. That's all I'm gonna say.
But yeah, if you guys could like and subscribe, that would help us out a lot. Like, I mean, obviously you've seen it. We're gonna try to start a new type of content. I've been bodying videos by myself, but we're gonna try to get full group videos back again. I know we're doing the picks video for Friday for the AFC and NFC championship games. And then, just going from there really. And, I mean, Gavin, I talked to Gavin about maybe,
he said something about it. I said, we'd love to have him back. So
no, I said for like a baseball video with me and you or something.
Oh yeah. We could fit that in also.
Yeah. But, Gavin, he liked being on yesterday. I mean, I watched the video over cause I mean, I didn't really pay attention while I was talking, but, and I mean, it was a good video. I mean, so yeah, I'm trying to do more of that little stuff right there, and then obviously my random Monday videos that I'm doing by myself. But
I had said that, like, once you're done with the football, we can change it up, and you know what? It might be a whole week of A&M
every single day.
Might just be straight A&M videos. Who knows?
But other than that, thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.